Oh, this looks nice. This looks really nice. Holding it feels good too. I'm talking about my dick. No. Oh, God. Was I supposed to get done at like 10 or 9:30? And here it is, freaking 1:40 or 1:50 in the morning. And I'm streaming. But no matter. At least I actually did stream. Hello, Rodrigo. Good to see you. Good late morning. Hello, Neko Arc. Good late morning or early morning. Would this be an early morning or late? A late night or early morning? That is the question. That is the question for today. Let us have a debate, shall we? For one, I'd say good lunch break. I would say that if it was around lunchtime, but according to my calculations, it is probably 13 hours past lunchtime. So now it's considered a late night. I consider this late night because it was like nighttime for about like 4 hours, and then it's like, just freaking midnight. Now it's past midnight. There's 5 people here. That's insanity. But oh, also thank you for the 1 like. Thank you so much. Remember, every like does make a difference. It pushes me further and further into the algorithm so that way people that don't sleep can also watch me as well, just like you guys. Anyways, currently on lunch break for my. Oh, okay. It's more of a snack break than a lunch break, but What? Do they not give you like a 45-minute break or something? I know some people actually get an hour lunch break, but like, what's up with that? Seriously? Just a snack break? That's not cool. You gotta fight for your right. It's 2 a.m. for you, Mr. McZamby? Holy crap. Good to see you. How are you doing? Thank you for joining the stream, and I hope you enjoy this late night stream. It is currently almost 2 a.m. for me. It's 1:52 in the morning. Going off of your information, you're probably also on the west coast of America, right? Or am I wrong? How's the animating stream? Well, I mean, I haven't even started it. I mean, I talked about it before. Washington. Oh, okay. Washington. Hey, I've been to Washington before. I was there approximately 8 months ago. But, yeah, so I said I couldn't do the animating stream because I ended up. Because the previous stream I was doing, I was waiting for UPS because they were taking God knows how long, like an extra 3 hours over what I was expecting them to take. Because I was expecting them to come around 5, but they didn't come until like 8:40 whatever, which I didn't even know that they operated that late still. Sometimes I used to get packages at like 10:30 or whatever PM, but that hasn't happened in a while. So, I don't know, I guess they brought that back. It's 10 till 4 in the morning right now, hence why it's a snack break. Oh, okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. So it's just like a regular 15-minute then. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm glad. I thought they were abusing you and your labor. Thank the Lord, Neko Arc. I was scared. I was fearing for you. I was about ready to march over there with like a rolling pin in one hand and like a phone in the other, recording them as I beg for them to treat you like a proper human being. But yeah, good to hear that. So anyway, yeah, unfortunately, I took a bit too long when it came to setting up this new phone and watch, and well, here we are. It's currently almost 2 a.m. and I'm just chilling out, talking, not editing. I honestly haven't done any editing except for the minor preparations that I had for the Silly Billy editing stream. But that didn't happen. By the way, that'll be happening probably around 4 p.m. tomorrow. So if you were looking forward to that, or if you didn't even know about that, but now you know, uh, well, there's an editing stream that's happening. And by editing, I mean like video editing and stuff like that. Audio editing too. So if that interests you, or if you're just intrigued by the idea of watching someone edit before your very eyes, then I incline you to check that out. Don't know if it'll be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm sure some people will be interested. I know Rodrigo is. My boss is a nice guy. He'll let us go home if we sneeze once. Aw. God, I wish I had that. I remember the last place that I worked, nobody gave a damn about me. Uh, I remember they were saying like, no, 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 not okay. It wasn't that mean, but like I remember this one time, like I was incredibly sick, and like everyone knew it because I couldn't hide it because like I I think I had like flu-like symptoms and I was like sneezing, I was coughing a shit ton, and I remember working for like 6 hours, and then it wasn't until then until like my GM went up to me and she's like, "Hey, you know, you don't look too good. You want to go home?" And I'm like, "What?" And it didn't even take me that long to put the pieces together because I knew at that point that labor was way too high. There was a lot of people working on that day, and I think she was just asking people to leave so that way they could bring labor down. But she disguised it as her like caring about me being sick or whatever, and I just remember that really rubbed me the wrong way because I'm just like, you were here this whole time and you didn't even consider that beforehand, like me sneezing all over and like being all gross and dumb and weird and disgusting and icky. Like it took you until like getting more people than necessary for you to like, and also of course I took her up on that offer because I'm like, fuck work, I want to go home, I want to lay down, not deal with anything, play video games, jack off, maybe drink a Mountain Dew or whatever, and then do it all over again the next day. But yeah, I was just really mad about that. What do you do for work? If you don't mind sharing. I'm not too sure if you're asking about NecoArc or me, Mr. McZombie. But I kind of have that information classified. I did talk about it in a members only stream, but I try to keep like mostly private information exclusive to that. Little treat baskets if he fires an employee or if they quit, just to help them cope with their. Aw. Bartender and partial bouncer in case a bar fight were to ensue. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that's true. I remember hearing about that. I remember reading that. I was asking about NecoArc. Oh, okay. I guess I'm not interesting enough, Mr. McZombie. I see how it is. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. By the way, thank you for the 2 likes. I appreciate it. Remember, every like does make a difference. If you want to share this disgusting, awful entertainment with anybody else on the internet, you know what you got to do. Either share it or just continue liking. Hey, we're at 3 now. Wow. Honestly, it seems like the more I talk about it, and wow, it's something I noticed, but YouTube and like TikTok, TikTok are totally right about that. If you just talk about like people liking the video or whatever, they end up actually doing it. Man, I never thought about that. I never really considered that. I just kind of did it for the fun of it, and also because TikTok would like, throw a bunch of notifications at me and be like, "Oh, you're having a live right now? You should like ask people to like, I don't know, like the video or whatever, or like, follow and stuff like that." And then when I started doing that, that's when I got like way more likes. Also, it was kind of cool because I like incentivized it a bit. Like with TikTok, whenever you get like likes on a TikTok, it doesn't really matter uh, if there's only one person, they can like it as much as they want. So I would be like, hey, all 40 of you guys, you think we could get to 10,000 likes? I don't think you guys could do it, but man, if you guys totally did it, that would be awesome. I'd probably take out my wiener. Uh, and like I'd incentivize them and just be like, haha, do this. And then it would eventually end up reaching that, and I would move the goal even further and just like have some fun with it, just just as a way to like continue the conversation. You can ask me some questions about my job if you want, just don't make them too personal. Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. If I were to go to your bar and I sat at the bar counter, would you give me a free drink? The mic is yours. I'm just kidding. It's gonna be a very awkward silence because I know for some people it takes quite a bit for them to get to that point. No, but not that biased. Oh, it's kind of like how some YouTubers ask the viewers to hit a like goal even though the next episode is already in production. Yes, exactly like that. Honestly, I mean, uh I guess some people don't even think about liking videos. I mean, for me, I kind of do it like out of instinct because I've been like watching YouTube for like more than my like half of my life. So I kind of know if I really like a video, I'll probably give it like a like or whatever. But I feel like for streams and stuff, it works very well too because especially for this when you could actually see the likes and stuff. And they're a bit more important as far as I can tell for pushing people into the algorithm. Um, I mean, same goes for videos, but like it's a bit more passive, whereas this is like an active like situation, where it's just like I have 3 likes, which by the way, thank you so much for 3 likes. I'm a very fast typer. Don't worry about having an awkward silence. I was just taking some time because I'm currently thinking about what to say. Oh, okay. No, no, no. That's not what I meant. It's because sometimes there's a bit of a delay between what people hear, like, and when I say it. So like it could take probably like maybe 5 seconds or so before someone gets to the part where I'm asking him the question. So it'll be even longer of a wait if I just like, stay silent or whatever, waiting for them to say anything. Any other questions about my job? Okay. What kind of clothes do you like to wear? Also, is it true that every bouncer has to be bald? Ooh. Also, do you sometimes drink your own concoctions? Which, speaking of which, I'm actually gonna open up a can of Baja Blast. Hold on, let me. I want everybody to see this. Ooh, yeah, this camera. So I have a new phone now, so I'm kind of just like testing out the camera and stuff, and it's pretty cool. Wow. Holy crap. Holy crap, Lois. Holy shit. All right. So we've got this. We've got this right here. Wow, this actually is pretty sharp. For being a phone, this is actually quite amazing. So I'm going to drink this right now. NecoArc, if you don't end up giving me a drink, I'm just going to have to drink this myself. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going to... Eh, eh. Yeah. All right. Ugh. Eh, 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 eh. Ooh. Mm. All right, can I get 10 likes and I'll kick this soda to the ground? I'll do it. For 10 likes. No way, dude. I'd never do it for that. All right. I usually maintain business casual clothes like a tie, rolled up sleeve shirt, etc. No, not all bouncers are bald. I've seen some with mullets, pompadours, and even afros. The hours are good. Ooh. Sorry. Uh, yeah, honestly, I've thought about like working in a bar for a while. And I think it might be just because my brother considered working as a bartender way back then. But I always thought that like making like drinks and stuff would be a ton of fun. Because, like, yeah, it does take a bit of thinking and stuff because you have to have, like, the correct amount of ingredients and, like, the right measurements. I'm assuming, I'm just assuming, uh, kind of like how when you make food and stuff, you kind of need to have, like, at least the closest you can get to proper measurements for, like, liquid or food or whatever. Uh, but even with all that, I feel like if you learned it and if you kind of like done it to a point where it becomes like second nature, it kind of turns into like something kind of fun. And also you get to talk to people, which I kind of like doing myself. I'm more of a listener, which I notice is kind of like the trope for like bartending and stuff like that. Like whenever you're a bartender, you just like listen to people's problems and stuff like that. Let them vent or let them just, drunk talk their way into like a blacked out stupor. Stuff like that. That just sounds like a lot of fun. Of course, there's the occasional like, like someone like getting a little rowdy or whatever, or trying to pick up on a woman who's not really feeling it. There's stuff like that, I'm sure, but that comes with like every job, right? That comes with every like customer service job, and that one is definitely like super servicey and super customery, which I think would be fun. And it's also not the most typical thing because it's not like you're working at like a fast food restaurant or you're working at like a clothing store. There's a different vibe to it, and I kind of dig that as well. Also, I get to meet new people. Uh, I don't drink my own drinks unless I'm at home. Drinking stuff for my job and drinking on the job in general is technically illegal and can get me fired. I want to keep this job, thank you. Oh, okay. It's because I know that some like bartenders and stuff will like sneak in like a shot or whatever, and then just go along with their business and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess you're right about that. It is illegal to be drinking on the job, but I just thought then it's like since sometimes some of them do it that it's fine. I do drink a small shot though on my break. Oh, okay. I think people are a bit more civilized at a restaurant than at a fast food place. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. I'm trying to think of certain instances where I might have seen otherwise, but I think for the most part, since fast food kind of has that stigma of being cheap and gross and disgusting and like you need it ASAP, blood still okay live? Wait, what? What? What the fuck? What you talking about, Lalawa yo? I mean, Yoa. What's up, Yoa? How are you doing? But if you're asking, no, no, no. I barely started streaming like 18 minutes ago, dude, Yoa. I barely just started streaming this one. Of course, like I had that one stream earlier, but that was earlier. I ended at like maybe 8:50 or whatever. No, it's okay. I get you. I get you. I get you. How are you doing? Welcome back to my streams. Hope you're doing well and hope you're having a wonderful. What time is it in Mexico? Right? It's been 18 minutes already. Honestly, time really goes by quick, like way quicker than I'd expect. Like last stream, which was mainly just me trying to like kill time while waiting for UPS to show up. That was like a 50-minute long stream, a bit more maybe, but it went by way faster than I was expecting. Before I knew it, it was like 27 minutes in. I was like, "Oh shit. 27 minutes already?" Well, I was shit. Man, I've been waiting 27 minutes for UPS. Fuck. Uh, any more questions about my job? No, it's not just directed at you. I mean, I'm asking chat too. Uh, no, nothing at the moment that I could think of. Uh, thanks, 308. 308, really? Huh. Well, currently for me, it's 209, so we're not too far off. Anyways, wow, that's right, you're in Mexico. Wait, so is Mexico really only just 1 hour ahead of like California? Man, For some reason, I was thinking like Mexico was in its like own time zone, like drastically different time zone, not like an hour ahead. I was thinking it was like maybe 4 hours ahead for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not too sure. I'm a silly individual, especially when it's late at night. And I just assume that since Mexico is just like, just its own little world, that they'd have their own little world time as well. But hey, I don't know too much about everything, so eh. I heard a story about some poor janitor's soul leaving his body because a bathroom flooded with toilet water and fecal matter. Oh, dude. Dude, that happened at a Taco Bell recently. Uh, I won't go too like strongly into details, but I remember this one time where I went to go use the Taco Bell bathroom and like I really needed to like, do my thing. And then I opened up the lid and then I saw like, for some reason there was a lid. Uh because that's where everybody's like bowels go to die, Taco Bell. And that's where my bowels also went to die as well because I think I ate like three spicy potato soft tacos that day. But anyways, yeah, I open the lid and I see it's filled with nothing but you know what. And I remember like being like, oh God, I can't hold it any longer. I got to use it. And then I ended up using it, of course. And I could just like feel, since it was like, I'm assuming it was already like, clogged up. The water was a bit higher. So like when, matter falls and hits the water, it would splash and it would splash a lot because it was really close to me. And ugh, God, it was the grossest thing ever. And then I remember trying to flush the toilet and it didn't work and it made it even worse. And then I remember there was another person waiting outside and they had their kid with them. And then I just like, walked out past them. I'm like, all right, bye. And I remember they went into the bathroom and then like a minute or so later they just left. And I don't even think I heard like a toilet flush. So I think they didn't even try. I think they just went to like another location and just like used the bathroom there. But yeah, that's my. Oh, also there was this one time when I was working at uh, a location that I will not specify, but there was a public bathroom. So I remember working there, and it was like maybe like my first 2 or 3 weeks. And I remember there was this instance where I guess some dude like shat in the corner of the bathroom. And I remember like our supervisor, not our supervisors, but like our shift leaders, they were like just trying to find because they were like super grossed out by it. And they were trying to find people to like, try and like pick it up themselves. And I remember they went to me and then I was just like, fuck it, I'll do it. And then I went in there and it was just like it wasn't the longest thing, but it was definitely surprising that like it stayed in one piece. So it was like this long snake, long chocolate brown snake that was just hanging out in the corner. And I remember just picking, and I know, yeah, yeah, awesome, amazing, amazing content to be sharing live on the internet. But I remember just like getting like a cup, two cups actually, and then I just like just scooped it up with the both of them, and then I just threw it away, and then I just walked out, and everybody looked at me like I was fucking like Jesus Christ, like I had done the impossible, and they're like, "Oh my God, he did it," and I was like. Yeah, I did do it. I recently had actual Mexican food, and Washington has been doing it very wrong. Oh God, do they really not have like actual Mexican food over there in Washington? Or like what's going on there? Cuz I feel like I've seen like Mexican restaurants there when I was there last time, but like has it is it really your first time ever having like uh wait, no, you didn't say it was your first time, but like what do you mean like Washington has been doing it wrong? Let me tell you a story, fellow wolf. All right, drop it on me, Yoa. Tell me. Tell me everything you need to tell me. And I have my ears nice and perked up for you, so drop it on me. Let the details flourish, let them flow through your text. I'm all ears, baby, or all eyes, actually, I guess I could say. But yes, please, I would like to know. He paid for an entire thermos worth of liquor. Apparently, that flooded bathroom was that bad. Oh dear, poor guy. Poor janitor. It's kind of just a sad attempt. The Mexican restaurants were closer to actual Mexican food, but it just tastes like a worse version. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see, I see. I see what you mean. That's a shame, honestly. Not authentic. Oh, okay. Well, Mr. McZamby, you should pay a visit to California, and you could get some actual good Mexican food here. There's a lot of hole in the wall locations here that are very good. And there's some still that I need to go to. Like I remember there was this one place that I frequented, not because I ate there, but just because like I would pass through and I would, just like smell it and like see the food that they have there, and I would just be like, "Oh, that smells so good." And it looked so good too, like on the like on their menus and stuff that they would have like, placed up on the TVs. It looked so good. And oh god, I really want to go there, but I just never had the chance. And also I don't like have anyone that I could really go with. I think I know someone that I might be able to take or like eat there with, but I'm not too sure. We will have to see. There was a bathroom in my high school that it's always like super shit one day. There was poo everywhere on the floor, on the toilet, at the side of the toilet, in the roof, in the wall, in the door. What the heck? What happened in there? Was there like a poo-nado or whatever that just like flew through there and just like crashed through and just like demolished the entire like bathroom stalls? That sounds frightening. He was face down on the floor in the middle of the night, not even at the end. No questions from me at the moment, but I do appreciate your openness, NecoArc. Poor guy, honestly. I have video. Why do you have video of that? That's weird. I mean, it sounds like a story that you'd love to tell people about, but like I feel like it'd be a story and that's it. For me at least. Like I would not want to have video of that at all, like hanging around on my phone. It sounds like imagine just like sifting through your photos or whatever and you're like looking through your pictures of your waifus and you're just like, "Ooh, amazing. Ooh, awesome. Ooh, gorgeous." And then you cross through that and you're like, "Oh god, I can't why is that here? Oh, jeez Louise." There was a poop sign that said Pongan papel. Pongan put paper in Spanish. Pongan means put? Oh, okay. I know papel means paper in Spanish. Uh, Yo hablo español muy poquito, pero es necesita por mi trabajo. El Pasto. What is a waifu? I'm surprised. I'm surprised you don't know what a waifu is because you spelled it perfectly. That's exactly how you would spell waifu. But a waifu is just basically like a anime girl that you are particularly fond of. Say, for example, you watch Spy Family, and you really like the woman with the red sweater dress, and you really like her as like a character, or like you like her physical appearance, her design, stuff like that. Basically, if she's like your favorite like female character in like an anime or just anime in general, you'd consider her a waifu. Stuff like that. I don't mind telling people about my job, but as long as it's not too personal. Oh, we We understand. We would never try to get too personal about your job and stuff like that. And honestly, it's a pretty good sign that you're open because it means that you're comfortable with us. I have a really weird friend. Only anime I watch is Pokemon. Pokemon, really? Oh, okay. Oh, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Ah, yes. Two animes that I used to watch when I was a young kid. When I was a young kid, my mother would put on Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! On TV. Yeah, I used to watch that a lot, like right before I would go to school. Like, I had no actual memories of watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon outside of like getting ready for school. It's so weird. Like, I think I could kind of remember a little bit of like Pokemon. Like, I remembered watching the first movie, like, the actual first movie, Pokemon the first movie, on VHS and, enjoying that. But as for Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball count. Oh yeah, yeah, Dragon Ball definitely counts as an anime for certain. It's one of the very first big anime in America, I believe. So yes, definitely counts. But yeah, like Yu-Gi-Oh, I remember watching it, but it's only in that specific context, no other time. Like, I'm trying my darndest to remember times of watching Yu-Gi-Oh, like recreationally, not just when I'm eating like Lucky Charms and like having my mom like comb my hair and stuff like that. It's like it was made just for breakfast for me. And maybe like I considered it like, how like some people work at like a job, like say for example they work at like Burger King, and then they don't ever want to go to Burger King after they like quit that job or whatever because it reminds them of work. Maybe that's what happened with me. I didn't want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh because it reminded me of going to school and stuff like that, and that's the last thing I want to be reminded of. I was born in '89 and I hadn't learned about anime until 2001. Only thing I watched as a kid was Dragon Tales. Oh.
If you want to be, very, uh, if you want to be true to the actual word of anime technically just means anything that's animated according to Japanese people. So Dragon Tales can actually be considered anime as well. And also things like SpongeBob and also Ed and Eddie and Kim Possible and stuff like that could be considered anime as well. So technically, you're an anime lover too, whether you like it or not.
Uh, the only animes I've seen are Pokemon Indigo League. Oh, so you and I are probably similar in Pokemon knowledge, Mr. McZambi. I think the last one I really watched was Indigo League, and that's it. I fell off hella hard. I think I tried to watch some where May was a part of the cast, but I just couldn't really get into it, and then I stopped. This was back then when I was a kid too, so but, you have to really, suck ass to lose the attention of a kid with a cartoon. So, but Edge Runners, that's an anime that I've been considering for a while. I just haven't really had the time, and I haven't really been in like the perfect like mood to watch Cyberpunk, but I would love to check it out because well, Studio Trigger made it, and also it just looks really good. And I'm kind of curious about the world of Cyberpunk. Like, sure, it's had its problems video game wise, but like it seems like a pretty cool world that I wouldn't mind learning a bit more about. And the few hours or so that I spent playing Cyberpunk 2077, I kind of enjoyed. I actually enjoyed it a lot, to be honest. But I couldn't just like get into it. I think I was playing like other games and stuff, and I kind of had to prioritize those so that way I could beat them. And because I'm not, I mean, I've talked about it before, but some people here are new. I usually try to prioritize playing only one game so that way I can for certain beat it. Because, there's some people that play like multiple games at a time. And I don't mean like, they have like 8 arms and they're playing like 4 games simultaneously, but like if they're playing like, a game, like they're playing like The Witcher 3, and then they're like, I want to play Cyberpunk 2077 now. And then they start playing that, and then they play like, Baldur's Gate 3, basically anything that's a sequel. They're playing just all these games, and then they never really get around to beating any of them. I don't really like having that like hanging on my conscience. When I start a game, I kind of intend to like beat it. So if that means I have to like stick to it, like how I'm kind of doing right now with like Breath of the Wild, which by the way, I'm almost done with. I've recently reached like 16 hearts, and I also beat like all of the divine beasts. So I all I really need to do is fight Ganon and I should be good. But yeah, I try to just do it like one game at a time, so that way I don't get like overwhelmed and just stop playing them altogether. The animes I've seen were Dragon Slayer, Bleach, the first 2 seasons of MHA, Nanbaka, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon. Helsing Abridged, DB. Would we count those as anime? Like separate anime? I mean, I guess we could. At the very least, DBZ Abridged. Since you didn't really count Dragon Ball as an anime that you watched in the previous chat message. I've always wanted to play the game, but my PC is terrible. I had friends that were like that. We would play a game for maybe an hour and she wanted to do a different one already. Yeah, I guess that's how it is for some people. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. If you play a game and you feel like you've gotten enough like out of it to just stop playing it entirely, then that's good. That's great. That means you could just like move on to the next game. You don't have to worry about like, feeling like you wasted your money or time or whatever, kind of like how I am with Soul Hackers 2. And you could just move on. Whereas me, I just feel like, I spent the money, I should like make the most out of it and play it and hopefully enjoy it while playing it. Did not need to know that, but okay then. Fair enough. Fair enough. Understandable. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna play once I beat Breath of the Wild. Do you guys have any suggestions? I'm pretty sure some people will say Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm not really interested in playing a Zelda game right after Breath of the Wild. But I'm trying to think of like what game to play next. I kind of played Ghostwire Tokyo for like an hour or two, like recently, like earlier during the month, and I was enjoying that. So maybe I might go back to that. I think I put in like 6 hours, and then I kind of just like fell off and did like other things. See, like it even happens to me, even me. I am not immune to this, even though I want to try and like play games one at a time. Crazy Taxi. Hey, come on over, step on up to Crazy Taxi. I would love to play Crazy Taxi. I used to play that game a lot on my phone because they have like a really good mobile conversion of that game. And it actually has like the original music. Like it has The Offspring and Bad Religion and stuff like that. So, if anything, I think that's probably the perfect the perfect version of Crazy Taxi that you could play like right now. Unless you, I don't know, buy Crazy Taxi for like PS2 or Dreamcast or whatever. Or the Xbox version. I played a little bit of that and it's pretty cool. It's got improved graphics too. Why not play Guilty Gear Strive? The first season 3 character DLC released yesterday. Ooh. Wait, are they still updating that game? I thought they stopped already cuz that game's like a year or so like old at this point. I didn't know about that. But yeah, I don't play fighting games, unfortunately. I know Guilty Gear looks beautiful, I will say. It has a real good art style, which I do appreciate. And I hope that like, stuff like that, spreads out further into other like games and stuff like that. I know, I'm so sorry. I've talked about it before. I'm just not good at fighting games. I suck at them. So I honestly avoid them at all costs, unless they're like Persona related. like Persona 4 Arena. Uh, but yeah, I do appreciate Guilty Gear and its art style. And honestly, its characters look really cool as well. I don't know anything about them, but I will say that Bridget person is quite the kawaii individual. Maybe a Minecraft world? A Minecraft world, Mr. McZombie. Are you trying to imply that you want me to start a Minecraft realm? I did consider playing Minecraft, but not like, typical Minecraft. I wanted to play the VR version of Minecraft. So, you'd see like me just like walking around and looking around and like moving my arms and stuff like that. I thought that would be like a ton of fun to do because it's not something that a lot of people do with Minecraft. Most people usually just play it like, normally, stock, or, just with mods or whatever like that. But your phone is about to die. All right. Well, if you're going to get going, Yawa, thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you maybe tomorrow. If I don't see you tomorrow, then I'll see you another time. But hope to God that you can get your phone charged. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning or night. I don't think we've ever figured out if it's considered morning or night right now, because it's in that weird in between. VR version is fun. It's very strange at first. Oh, yeah, for certain, for certain. I had a really hard time like adjusting to it, but once I did, I kind of got into the groove of things and started playing it like normally. Unfortunately, for some reason, with the VR version that I have, apparently it's different for the Java version, but with the Windows version, which is I think Bedrock, you can't like hit blocks, like literally hit the blocks, like you know what I mean, like hammering it down with an actual motion. Morning. Oh, okay, all right. So I guess that settles it. Yawa just dropped the knowledge that it is morning. This is morning. We could just end the stream here, because I've been ignored. You've been ignored? What? Guilty Gear has an MMORPG version game called Guilty Gear 2 Overture, which released back in... Wait, what? MMO? MMO? So is it an MMO in the sense that it's like World of Warcraft? Because if it's 2, I'm assuming that's the sequel to Guilty Gear, right? I don't know. But I'm sorry, I did not mean to ignore you. I apologize, NecoArc. Not MMORPG. What the fuck? What do you mean then? What do you mean? An MMORPG, that's what you said. Oh, it's a hack and slash. Oh, hack and slash? Wait a second. Is it still... You're not stupid. You're not... You just made a slight mistake. It's okay. It's okay. Those are two entirely different game genres, though. So I was... Yeah, they're very different. So that's why you threw me off quite a bit when you said that. I'm like, whoa, hold on a second, MMO. Uh, I click on a dude and then I start like I get into like a skirmish with them. Guilty Gear Rising. Uh oh, true. Like a character action game sort of Guilty Gear, or hack and slash like let's see. Yeah, hack and slash like Final Fight, or hack and slash like Metal Gear Rising. I'm curious about that. Well, I can definitely tell you that it's not like World of Warcraft. That's for certain. Oh god. That was honestly really funny. Action adventure, hack and slash, similar to DMC. Have you done the GTA 5? Oh, Mr. McZombie. Now you're speaking my language. I love GTA 5, and I love the single player a lot. I love it more than GTA Online. And I did a few streams where I played it, but like I had a very, very specific goal in mind where I talked about this before. In fact, I talked about it in a similar stream like this. I played it where I would try to find landmarks that were significant either in the story or just significant in general, just because they were like a building that stood out. So, like for example, I tried to find like the houses of like Franklin, Michael, and Trevor and stuff like that. But I would try to find them without the HUD. So that meant like no mini map, no health bar, no nothing. And those challenges led to some really interesting streams. It was a lot of fun, and I wish I could think of like more interesting. I actually do have like another idea in mind. I told my friend about it. I told Daniel. I told him like I had this cool idea where I would play instead of trying to find a landmark, I would try to find Waldo. So it would be me, and it would be my friend dressed up as Waldo, and he would be like hiding in the world, and I would have like specific like restrictions for the both of us, where it'd be like, you can only be on the ground, you can only be running, um, you can only be running. I could still have a car though, and I would just try to track him down and kill him. I never got around to doing it with him though because he got busy and I got busy and yeah. Wolf is the closest thing I have to a second friend. Oh, you really consider me a friend? Well, guess what? I'm not your friend. Give me $5,000 and I'll be considered your friend then. I know another game you could play. Super. Ooh, Neko Arc. I played that game a lot on VR. I remember playing it at my friend's house when he had the Oculus Quest. I think it was the first version of the Oculus Quest. But I remember playing that game and I had a real good time with it. It was so much fun. I played that thing for like an hour and honestly like cuz he was there and like some other of my friends like were there and they kind of just like let me play it because they just had a good they just fucking loved watching me play it for some reason because I guess the way I was doing it was just entertaining to them. I don't know, maybe I looked like an idiot, but it was so much fun. And then I ended up buying it when I bought myself an Oculus Quest 2, and that was a lot of fun as well. And I think I almost beat the game, but I kind of stopped because circumstances arose and I was not able to play VR games properly. So yeah, I had to stop. Why don't you try the Superman N64 game? No, 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 no. I love trying to navigate places in the game without GPS. Yeah, the GPS, it's useful, but also having no GPS in a game. And also, I restricted myself to first person. So not only was it like, of course, it was more disorienting because I didn't have like the map. And I had to just use my instinct and like my memory. It was also very immersive too because like not having the map there required me to actually like look at the roads and stuff and look at the signs and try to like figure things out that way. It just made it a lot more interesting and also it made the violence a lot more grotesque because like shooting people without the HUD, the one thing that made the violence a lot more palatable was gone. And it just felt like I was just a dude like shooting people without a care in the world. Like it wasn't like Call of Duty or whatever, where the people that you were shooting were usually 99% of the time, unless you were in like in an airport or whatever, 99% of the time they were like terrorists or like, you know, bad dudes or the other team. And instead, like with GTA 5, first person, no HUD, you could just like shoot like civilians and stuff like that and cops and stuff like that and it would just be like super off-putting. And I really enjoyed it for that. Not $26, 25. You played it in VR but not on PC. PC version actually has movement instead of being stuck in place. That is true. I never did play the original Super Hot. I seen footage of it online and it looked interesting, but I considered the VR version to be a bit more interesting because of the whole like, moving thing. It kind of made it feel like you were trying to like cuz when you would move your head, you would also move time as well. It kind of felt like you were like trying to guide yourself through like a maze of lasers without touching anything. Your phone is about to die. All right. Well, if now's the time that you're gonna head out, I gotta say thank you so much for hanging out, Yawa, and hope to see you tomorrow. Please try Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Maybe. Super Hot VR is the prequel to Super Hot PC. Well, I know in Super Hot VR you're like, you're like playing a PC game, right? In the VR version, because I know you would like put on the goggles and stuff like that, and you would put in like before that you would put like a floppy disk in. So I was always just assuming that you were a person in the Super Hot universe playing the game, uh, which was kind of like Super Hot. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It was nice seeing you, man, but find a charger. I think PC is fighting against the machine and VR is fighting against the rebels. Oh, I see, I see. Damn, there's like story to this? Like I know they were trying to like do something, but honestly, I wasn't paying too much attention because I was too busy kicking ass, dude. That game is so much fun. Oh man, I miss playing VR games. I miss things like Beat Saber. That's something I would love to play as well. Beat Saber on stream. I remember like setting up a VR scene for OBS, and I never got a chance to use it. I think I recorded a little bit, like as a test, but I never got around to like actually streaming, which was a shame because people were actually kind of looking forward to Beat Saber streams, but I never got around to doing it, and I feel bad. I feel like a naughty individual for doing that, but oh well. Maybe next year. Maybe when I get a place that allows me to actually play VR properly. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, those are some games that could probably be something that could keep me, entertained after Breath of the Wild is over and done with, which honestly, all I have to do is just like traverse Hyrule Castle and I'll be all good. Maybe I'll play like an SMT game or whatever. Maybe I'll actually play Soul Hackers 2 for once in my goddamn life. Maybe the one stream that I did won't be the only way that I'll play Soul Hackers because that still haunts me to this day. Spending $90 on that game and just letting it sit there to rot in my Steam library. Maybe I'll actually make the most of it. Cuts to me not actually making the most of it and just letting it sit there for even longer. Also, I know that they updated it too, so there's like some new stuff in it. I think there's like a run function now, which honestly will make things quite a lot easier for me because I remember like Ringo going way too slow. She went way slow. I was like, ugh, is this really as fast as I could go? And I remember them saying that they were gonna like add a run button eventually, but I was like, God damn, why is it taking him this long? Like it should have been in the game from the very beginning, but nope. Nope. Let's see. Well, it is 2:43. 2:43. How about 6 more minutes? 6 more minutes. Anyways, to pass the time, how about we talk about what we're gonna do over the weekend? Does anybody have any interesting plans for themselves? Anybody gonna go do anything cool? Anyone going to Disneyland? Anyone, wanting to hang out? Anyone working for the weekend? Just like the song. I made a reference to a song from like 27 years ago. The playtester for Super Hot VR was the person talking to us in Super Hot PC and stopped talking and started sending random binary like messages to us. Could be linked to when they died. Ooh. lore. Super hot lore. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. Whew. I'm not really doing anything on the weekend, but I'm getting an exam for your eyes on Monday. What? Really? Really? I see, I see. How do you feel about that? You a bit scared? Are you gonna get LASIK surgery? Are you gonna have like some dude like shoot like a bunch of laser beams into your eyes? Are you gonna let them go Star Wars inside of your eyes and be like pew 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 pew? I can't wait to be able to see clearly again. Oh, really? What happened? Did you end up losing like your glasses or something? Or is it just like your prescription is so... Oh, your first pair of glasses. I see. I see, I see, I see. Your first pair. Wait a second. Huh? First pair. So does that mean that you're like... sorry, I don't mean to pry, but are you like almost going into high school or something? Or are you like in middle school? I only ask because that's when I got my first pair of glasses when I was like when I was transitioning from middle school to high school because for my entirety of middle school, I kind of just ignored the fact that I couldn't see anything. And I was just like,
I don't want to get glasses. Fuck that. This shit for losers. That's for geeks.
uh and apparently it seems to be a pretty big phenomenon for most people as well, where their vision just starts to fail on them the moment they enter like high school. My eyes randomly got worse, but yeah, I'm sorry. Oh my God, really? Dude, I'm like on the money with this. And like I said, it is a phenomenon that's like very common with most people. But yeah, why? Why is it so common for people to have like degraded eye quality like once they enter like high school? It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Like why couldn't that have happened when I was like in my 80s or whatever instead of when I was in my teens? I only played Skyrim for 5 minutes max. I only plan to play through Skyrim. Ooh, okay. Hmm. That's another game that I haven't played, like, really. I think I played like 7 hours of it, and then I kind of just called it quits. I was like, yep, I got my fill of it. All right, bye. And I don't really have anything against Skyrim. It's just, didn't really, it didn't really hit me the same way that Fallout did. And I think it's just because Fallout has a much more interesting universe. Whereas Skyrim just kind of has like the typical high fantasy garbage. Take a shower, yo. I can send you some soap. Hell no, man. G-Dog, I am not taking no shower. If anything, you should be the one taking a shower. Dude, you got an Adachi picture, bro. You got an Adachi picture. I could smell you through my phone screen. I added so many mods to Skyrim, I can't even uninstall them anymore. Yeah, I feel like it reaches a certain point where if you install like way too many mods to Skyrim, the game becomes sentient and like goes against your wishes and just like becomes a complete and utter asshole that just takes up space on your hard drive. I feel like that's the case for like a lot of people that mod Skyrim to like hell and back. It's like the moment you add in like Macho Man Randy Savage as a dragon and Hatsune Miku as the player character, there's no going back. Skyrim is forever like modified and there's nothing you could do about it. But that's one of my regrets for Skyrim. Like sure I played only like 7 hours, but like I regret never going the distance and installing mods to the game and just turning it into just a travesty. I really should do that. Also, for those who are here and know anything about Skyrim, what is the difference between Skyrim and Skyrim Special Edition? The most recent version. I don't know if it's called Special Edition or whatever, Next Gen Edition, something like that. But what is the difference between that version and the regular version on PC? Because as far as I could tell, I think it's the same thing, except they have like an official fishing mod or something like that added onto it. So I don't know. Money and the inability to use the workshop on spec. Wait, what? What? They got rid of Workshop? What? How can they do that? That's like the most important parts of Skyrim. How could they have removed... Oh my god. Classic Bethesda. Oh, geez. I think at least. Oh, okay. Alright, well, if that's the case, man, oh man. Well, consider me not buying Special Edition like ever. Last you checked, you couldn't spend. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I guess that settles it then. Skyrim Special Edition is just like ass. Absolute garbo. How could they do that? And with that hating of Bethesda and Todd Howard, I'm going to have to call it a night. It is currently 2:50 in the morning, and we have reached an hour of streaming, so I think we have reached a pretty good point of the stream that we could send each other off. Because I know you need sleep, I need sleep too. So how about we benefit each other and get some shut-eye together? And if you want, we could get some shut-eye literally together. I'll give you my house address if you give me your virginity. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. I'm JK, I'm JK. Yeah, we all need some sleep, dude. And with that, I am gonna head to bed. Thank you all so much for listening to me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Kind of sus. Not really, dude. Not really. I know you want it, and I want you. Okay, bye. Bye. You can't see my hand, but I'm waving. Bye. I have fun here.